In the desert, an archaeologist digs up an ancient skull. Suddenly, a building appears out of nowhere, and apes on flying bikes attack before vanishing. We can't make this up. In Central City, Flash is eating and showing off. Suddenly, a car crash occurs, and Flash makes sure everyone is okay. He takes off to chase the mad driver and runs across the city after it. A man fires at the Flash, as Flash continues to evade left and right. The high-speed chase continues until the ground starts to shake, and Flash has to save two bystanders from debris, using his powers to dump it in the trash. He continues chasing the truck and evading their fire over and over until they run out of ammo. He asks the driver to pull over, but the driver causes the truck to crash, and Flash is forced to save them from the falling truck. Green Lantern comes in and grabs the truck to make fun of Flash's recklessness. The culprit stole a bunch of radioactive isotopes. Green Lantern grabs their IDs, and they work at the university where the isotopes were stolen. They head over there, and a doctor says the whole thing seems preposterous and refuses to tell them what they were co-working on. Flash tries feeding a gorilla a banana and then gets scolded. So they go to a hot dog stand because Flash needs to eat, and then people panic as there's a gorilla on the loose. Special forces try to get it and chase after it, but the gorilla's fast as Hellboy. It hitches a car from a random guy and Flash arrives at the scene. He chases after it and punctures the tires, causing it to crash. The gorilla's talking, and then the doctor shoots Flash, sending him back in time or something. He suddenly becomes fat and unable to run before seeing a reflection of himself, but then we see more variations until his head pops like a balloon. We continue this acid trip with the Flash until he crashes onto the floor and starts turning into a gorilla himself. He later wakes up in jail and has been arrested for some reason. A detective takes him to interrogation, and they play him the tapes. It appears that he stole some of the radioactive isotopes and has been caught in 4K. They continue to interrogate him and question him, but the Flash doesn't know anything about this. He's tired and hungry, and then Green Lantern comes in with bail, freeing the Flash. Green Lantern slaps him, but Flash doesn't know anything. He explains that the last thing he remembers was the talking gorilla, but Green Lantern doesn't believe it. They go to check it out, and there are armed forces everywhere. They search the area and find footprints leading to a tunnel, where they find the gorilla. They hit it, but the gorilla is actually peaceful. He explains that his name is Solivar from Gorilla City. They are a race of intelligent apes safely hidden from humanity for thousands of years. But everything changed when Grodd attacked with his mind control technology. They were able to stop him, but he managed to escape. They discovered that he had stolen the city's security plans, swearing revenge. Solivar is here to stop Grodd from stealing the isotopes and using them to power his devices. The scientist Sarah has been aiding him all along. Flash refuses to call for help and runs off, but forgot to take the headbands that will protect him from Grodd's mind control. Flash gets to the lab to investigate, and the doctor pulls up from behind, but he outruns her. Grodd then attacks him and knocks him out, but backup arrives. He then controls Flash to make him attack his friends, and Green Lantern tries to deal with him while Grodd escapes. Flash is too fast for Green Lantern and uses racism to attack, throwing bananas at the black guy. A pillar is knocked on top of Green Lantern, but he comes back with full strength, knocking out Flash once again and bringing him back. Before Grodd can escape, Solivar fires at him, but Grodd gets away before activating some kind of expanding energy field that swallows them up and continues to expand rapidly. It eventually takes over the city and soon, the entire world. Meanwhile, at the Justice League headquarters, they pick up that Central City has disappeared. Wonder Woman tries to call Flash and Green Lantern, but they don't pick up. They wake up from the fight, and Flash wakes up now with the device. He doesn't remember anything again. Green Lantern tries to call Watchtower, but they still can't reach anyone. It appears that they've been completely blocked off. Nothing gets in or out unless they can shut down the generator. Green Lantern uses his ring to try and stop it, but not even a scratch. They head on to try and stop Grodd, and the League flies over to where Central City used to be. It had vanished completely. Sensors pick up something, and they crash into an invisible barrier, barely able to land in one piece. They head out and find the barrier, but not even Martian Manhunter can phase through it. Hawkgirl tries taking a swing at it, but is yeeted away into Wonder Woman. Flash and the rest roam the empty city before Solivar hears something in the distance. They locate the source and find Grodd at the top being hailed by the people. They are all under his mind's control. Meanwhile, Batman looks into the force field and tells the team that a second energy field is spotted in Africa. He sends them coordinates and will meet them there. Back in Central City, Grodd talks to his people and riles them up against humans. Flash doesn't like being called slow, and he resorts to racism once again. The idiot then attracts unwanted attention to themselves, and they get surrounded by the mob. Green Lantern opens a crater around them and goes after Grodd, but special forces fire at him. The mob attacks them while the forces continue to open fire. Flash makes a run and blows up their weapons, but Grodd has disappeared. The rest of the Justice League gets to Africa where Batman is already waiting, and they find the invisible barrier, but something fires at them and takes them out. They wake up in chains and are confronted by a head gorilla who thinks they're spies. Martian Manhunter tries to get up, but he's shocked back to the floor. The gorilla questions them while Batman escapes his chains. Grodd arrives at a military facility, and he controls a soldier to direct him to the missile control room. They take over everyone and activate nuclear missiles toward Gorilla City. As that is happening, the mob is still heckling the team, so Flash grabs Solivar and runs out of there. Green Lantern regroups with them, and they follow the bike trail leading them to Grodd. Security tries to stop them, but they deal with him. The missiles are launched and Green Lantern goes after them, desperately following them. Meanwhile, Martian Manhunter is getting smacked around as the gorilla wants answers. But Batman breaks free and cuts the team loose before delivering the smackdown on these monkey asses. They retrieve their stuff and break free of jail before heading out into Gorilla City. Security goes after them as they fly around the city until they crash into the invisible barrier. And luckily, the Martian saves them, but they're surrounded. Suddenly, the shield wall shuts down. Grodd has infiltrated the system, and the missiles are on their way. The gorilla leaves the team to handle it, but the team offers to help. In the air, Green Lantern is still on the missile. He cuts the wires away and sets it on fire before it goes down. Grodd is told about this, and Flash interrupts with Solivar. Green Lantern follows the second bomb and gets it, but he's knocked by debris and sent crashing down. Grodd watches in anger before they fight in the room, and Flash doesn't take him seriously. As Green Lantern is falling, he finally wakes up and saves himself. He heads back towards the city, but he's too late. But in the face of despair, Martian Manhunter stops one bomb before Hawkgirl deals with another. The last rocket is crashing until Wonder Woman flies by and lifts it midair. She calls Hera for strength and manages to stop the rocket from impact. That's a main character moment. Batman hurries to dig her out of the rubble, panicking to save her as the gorillas watch. Martian Manhunter stops him as it appears to be futile, but Wonder Woman lifts her way out. Nothing will stop her as the gorillas cheer. She notices that Batman had tried to dig her out and gives him a kiss. Grodd is enraged and tries to get Flash, but he's too fast. He toys with Grodd, but for some reason takes off the protective band, allowing Grodd to control him. But it was a trap, and Grodd's head gets fried. Flash had played with the wires, and it appears that the Doctor was never under Grodd's mind control. She liked her some gorilla. In the aftermath, the gorillas thank the Justice League, and they put Grodd in a zoo with no mind to work with. Flash is full of himself for outsmarting a super genius, but Grodd is far from gone. This was kind of the first Justice League episode to solely focus on the Flash. We didn't really like how he was portrayed to be an unserious idiot, rather than showing him in his full might and potential. Realistically, Flash should be able to wipe all of them out by himself in a matter of seconds. He also should be able to phase through the barrier, but maybe they'll do him justice soon. Well, this brings us to the end of today's video. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to our channel to get more videos like this one. Your support helps us grow. And tell me what you think about this story. Did you like the Flash's portrayal in the Justice League TV series? Should he be more powerful, or is he correctly rated? Let me know in the comments below. I read all of them. And if you're watching till now, thank you. I'll see you in another video soon.